Hello everybody, and welcome to the first episode of my full walkthrough series of Legends of Kingdom Rush. I'm going to be starting the game from a relatively new save file. The reason why I'm not starting from a completely new save file is because I don't need to go over the tutorial. There's no reason that you should lose that anyways. So, I'm going to be starting from Krumthak's Dominion. As you can see here, from the XP of all of my units, there's no way that I could have played any of the other missions at this point. I've just beaten Gerald's Great Escape. So, in this walkthrough, I'm going to be showing you how to think like a Legends of Kingdom Rush player. That's the best that I can do because the adventures are all randomized. This map that you have here is going to give you different things every time you play the game. And so, there's not really any reason to prepare for specific events, except for the boss at the very end. So the first thing that you should always do once you begin an adventure is to look at the entire map and all the things that there are for you to do. What I like to do is prioritize the path that has the most flags on it. The reason why is that I can get the most XP from going down that path, and I want the most XP because I can promote my units the most. So in this instance, we have two options. We can either take this path with a purple flag. This means a path where you have to make a choice. Or we can take this one with the red flag, which is a path where we have a combat scenario. If I go down this one, then I'll have this green flag here on the left, which gives me the option to either go straight to the red one or down to this green one, and then inevitably to the red one. Either way, I'm going to have to go to this red one if I go down this way. So I'm definitely going to do both green flags because I can get more experience that way. If you're trying to do a speed run, obviously, you wouldn't want to do that. So looking over here, I see that once again, there's even more stuff on this side. There's the Dark Army checkpoint, and then there's this tavern where I can recruit another unit. Seeing all this stuff here definitely means that I'm going to go down this bottom path. I'm not even going to consider the other ones because I can just tell by eyeballing it that there are less things to do here. So, let's go down this one. As you can see, I'm using Gerald, the Ranger, and the Arcane Wizard. These are the three starting units that you get. I'm also going to be only using the starting skills that you get. That way, anybody who's just beginning the game can follow this. So here's our first combat scenario, and as you can see, we are surrounded with enemies. If I click on the enemies up here, it gives me a path to the enemy that has that turn. So this guy is going to get to go first. This guy is going to get to go next over here. And then this guy is the third one to get to go, which means that all of the archers are at the end. So let's think about what we want to do. Oh, and I forgot to mention that these snap vines will get to have a turn as well. So, what I'm thinking of doing is taking out the archers first, because they can do a lot of damage to our units, relatively speaking. I mean, this guy's got 3 health, he's got 4 health with no armor, and unfortunately we can't see the stats of these archer enemies because they're not up here. But these guys do 1 to 3 damage, so possibly they could one-shot him. So I'm going to move Gerald down here, and then I'm going to give the Arcane Wizard this armor buff, the Shield of Retribution. Then, what do I want to do? I can move him here, and then move him here, and this is perfect because he can kill this goblin, and then he will probably get attacked once by the archer over here, and that'll be it. As for this archer, I'm just going to instantly kill him with the poison. Good thing about the poison attack is that it is guaranteed to do 4 damage, and it ignores armor, so it will always kill these archer guys because they have 4 health. Compared to using this is not as strong. So, let me just move him here next to Gerald. So this is perfect. These goblin guys are in range to get attacked by the Snapvine. It doesn't really matter though, because once I hit this guy, he's dead. Then, once I hit... Hold on. So actually, I can just go up here and then I'll be in range to attack this guy and kill him. But let's say that you weren't able to finish him off, and you wanted to be able to attack him more safely. You could move down here, then use this ability, which has more range, and attack him like that. So I'm just showcasing that for later because that will come in handy. And like I was saying, I don't even have to worry about waiting for these snap vines to attack because I'm just going to kill this guy in one hit. And there we go, victory. So there's my 350 experience points. I also got 20 crowns or loot, and then this extra item here, which I probably will not need. Oh, okay, so we got a random event on the way to the node that we selected. So there's only one option that can actually give us something good, so I'm going to go for that. Ooh, I saw the X. That was risky. Okay, so now I'm blessed. That's perfect, actually, because now I'm going to get an extra die on my dice rolls. So when we do these events, we should prioritize using Gerald. Well, prioritize whatever gives us the most dice. So this one is obviously safer. Now that is perfect. An extra 1 damage to his attack. That's really good. So instead of promoting a unit right away, I'm going to wait and go to the next event first. The reason why is that if the event fails... Oh, here's another event on the way over to this node. Okay, the extra die did not matter. Okay, good. Oh, he's blessed a second time in a row. The reason why I wanted to wait to promote is because I can fully heal my units by promoting them. And so, in case things don't go my way, which they are right now, I can heal my party. Okay, perfect. So, probably the best thing to do is to level up him. This ability I'm probably not going to end up using, but it's good to have... Actually, never mind. I was going to say it's good to have a 6 damage attack, but he has the damage boost already, so he's pretty good to go. So instead, I'm going to get the Verdant Defender, and then I'm going to get Gerald's Dab attack. In case you don't know, the animation when Gerald uses this ability just looks like him dabbing. So this is known as the dab attack in the community. Oh, okay, another random event. And it's the Sorceress. Alright, I'm just going to select her. She's probably not going to see much use at the moment. I mean, these attacks do too little damage to be reliable. Depending on which companions you get, it might be worth it to level them up. Ideally, you would want something that does 4 magic damage, so that way they can one-shot archers. That's always really handy. Okay, let me skip this cutscene. So, it's preferable to me at least to have the enemies go first in their turn. So, I actually am happy about this. This is really lucky. So the Sorceress, her ability from her main attack is that it does extra damage. Well, it doesn't do extra damage, but it causes the enemy to take extra damage when they're hit by further attacks. So, unfortunately, I have to move her pretty far up to get this to be useful. So, I'm just going to allow her to tank an attack. I honestly don't care. So, I have a couple of options. Since I upgraded this Verdant Defender, I can summon him here, and this gives me the range to reach this shaman over here, which I want to do. So I'm going to bring him all the way over here and attack. Now the thing is, this attack does 2 to 4 damage. It might not kill him. That being said, hold on. Yeah, this one has to turn first. Even if it doesn't kill him, he's going to have a turn from the other shaman wasted because he's healing him. So either way, I've kind of kept him out of the picture. So there we go. He died from the Snapvine. Yeah, waste your attack. So there's a chance that the dog can dodge this attack, which he just did, and then he will counterattack, which is really helpful. So, now I have a couple of options here. This archer is going to be able to attack next, and so it's probably a good idea to just use Gerald to tank it. So that's what I'm going to do. Going to tank this attack. Actually, yeah, I'll do that. The reason why is that I can move the wizard over here. Then, what do I want to do here? Okay, my bad. I miscalculated the range here. What I was hoping to do was be able to use this attack to reach this guy, but it doesn't matter. I can still hit him. So, yeah, let's hit him with that. Of course, he's not fully dead. Doesn't matter, though. Now, with the sorceress, see, moving her decreases her range. So this is a double-edged sword here. But I'm going to hit him with this attack anyways, hoping that it will kill him. Let's hit him with this attack and hope that it will kill him too. Good. And move this up. And so, now that I have the freedom to move over here, I'm going to move this dog up and then attack the witch doctor. One thing that I have to be careful of, though, is that this enemy has the next turn, so he will chase the dog. And if I want to, I can move this guy over here, so that way the enemy will chase him up here, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, so he's going to waste a turn healing himself. Yep. Now, this guy's going to come over here, attack the dog. Oh, he dodged it. Interesting. Oh, and he's going for the sorceress. I wasn't expecting that. Not that it really matters. Alright, so just attack him. Yep, and that killed him because I got extra damage from the sorceress. This is the better spot to move to. Alright. Oh, and that killed her too, or him. So that was pretty lucky, because this usually does not do good damage. So let me just move him here. Doesn't really matter. Attack him, and then he's going to despawn, which means that this guy's going to come out here, but the sorceress is fine to move. The reason why I paused and was silent earlier was because I was trying to calculate whether or not she would be in range of his melee attack. So Gerald unfortunately can't do anything at the moment. He's not in a good position. However, the wizard is in a good position. In fact, something that I can do here, well, this does 2 to 3, so I can just kill him anyways. But in case he had more health, I could have used her other ability, which would keep him rooted. The number one thing that you should do in playing this game is read all of the ability descriptions and make sure that you understand what they can do, because that shows you what all of your options are. As you can tell, I actually relied on this extra companion quite a lot to get through this scenario here, which you don't always have to do. Now, something that I can do at the moment is level her up, and then I'll be able to bypass all that damage that she's taken, because she's going to fully heal. So that's something that I'm going to do right now. So now I have 6, supposedly 4 attack, even though this says 2 to 3 still. All this stuff is the same. So now let's move up to this. Oh no, I lost 1 armor point from the 0 armor that the ranger has. Whatever shall I do? Alright, here's our next combat scenario. I honestly prefer going into the combat scenarios because the luck-based events are things that you're helpless to. So, we have a very densely packed group of enemies. This is a good and bad thing. The goblins attack first, then all of the archers. Unfortunately, all of these enemies are safe. Like these beefy enemies are too close to our allies for us to be able to attack these archers and kill them quickly. So we're going to have to go with the other option, which is to do a tactical retreat. So that's what I'm going to do. I just have to decide which direction to go in. So I'm going to move him here. So he actually gets a damage boost thanks to this. Very handy. So I'm going to move the sorceress back here. And then leave her. That's good enough. The wizard, on the other hand, I can snipe one of these enemies right away. So I'm just going to do that, because they can't attack him even when they get closer. Yeah, here comes all the archers, and they can't reach him. So Gerald, I'm going to move him up here and then protect the wizard because he's still in kind of a danger zone. So that's just a little security blanket for myself. So now I've got a couple of options. I can attack him with this ranged attack, or I can come up here and then kill this guy, which is what I'm going to do. I definitely was able to insta-kill him because I gained an extra 2 damage from saving up the ranger's attack. That's one of his passive bonuses. Now another option that I have is to steal all of this guy's armor. So this will decrease his effective HP by 4. Or I can do this, which will decrease his actual HP by 2 to 3. And then it will add an extra 1 damage to Gerald's attack if he attacks him. So it's a better idea to just do this. Or I can gamble and hope that I get the 3 damage when I attack this guy and hope that it one-shots him. Those are my options. Or I can trap this guy and then he won't be able to move. In fact, I think I am going to do that option. Yeah, there we go. And so now I have enough range to reach this guy if I want to. That could kill the wizard, so that's a big risk. I can also move up and try to kill one of the other archers. That means that he's, vulnerable to one of the other archers' attacks, which could one-shot him. So this is a risk not worth taking. So I'm going to move him back once, then twice, and now I have the option to attack any one of these guys. So I'm just going to hit this guy again. Yeah, he's getting close to death, so this is good. Now here comes the archers. They are in range to attack Gerald, but it's fine. I can use the dab, but I can't see the dab very clearly because there's this black vine in the way in front of the screen. And in fact, there's not really any point in using this anyways. So I'm going to move him up. It doesn't really matter too much because there's 1, 2, 3 spaces that this guy has to travel. So he's not going to be able to get into range of Gerald to attack him anyways. So I'm just going to move him up because he's in a better position to fight other enemies. So yeah, waste your turn and then take poison damage. And then come up here. Yeah, he couldn't do anything. So now I can take out this archer. So that's what I'm going to do. And I took out that one because he was the one that would get a turn first. This one gets a turn after everyone else. So I still have time to, prepare. Okay, perfect. So now I can use this attack to finish him off. It's magic damage, so it pierces the armor. So I was definitely able to kill him there. And then this guy, easy peasy, just do all the damage to him. And then just attack him. Oh, and it was enough to finish him off too. Alright, so the best way to reach him is not to even bother like sending the dog out. Just come out here, shoot him, and you're good to go. If he didn't die, the wizard could finish him off. And if that didn't work, Gerald would tank the attack. So I basically had the enemy in checkmate ever since I killed those last couple of enemies. So now, this node is the one that I select, but obviously there's this purple flag here in the way. So when I go over here, I'm going to encounter these Dark Knights. So let's go and deal with that. So I can negotiate with them, I can let them check me, or I can fight them. Now, if I fight them, I get an achievement. So that's what I'm going to do. This doesn't always appear on the map. So in case this does appear, this is what you can do. Just had to take a drink of water there. So these guys are the ones that get to have a turn first. Oh, that's borderline unfair because this guy... Hold on, how many hexes are these? Okay, there are 3 hexes in the way, so this guy can't attack. So I can just steal armor from this guy, which I will do. So here he comes. Here he comes. Yes, yes. Here comes everybody. So let me just burst him down. This attack deals more damage at the edge of its range. Alright, so Gerald can hopefully finish him off like that. Yeah, perfect. And then this guy, once again, finish him off because the poison does true damage technically. And then I'll just move him over here. Sorceress. Just, might as well just lock him in place, to be honest. Now the wizard might not be able to reach him, so we can just use this ability. Good. Yep, just waste your turn. Now Gerald, obviously, we don't want to lose any more HP from him if we don't have to. And so, since he took damage from hitting him, because these enemies have a spiked armor effect, which deals 1 true damage when they receive a melee attack, it's not even a good idea to try to finish him off. So this won't kill him. Yeah, he's got too much armor. So I'm just going to move him up. Sorceress, however, will kill him just right away. So just do that. And there we go. That was the end of that combat encounter. So not that bad. Using these starter 3 enemies. Oh, and this achievement, by the way, unlocks the Dark Knight as a playable character. So yeah, doing this run with these specific units gives me a lot of things that pierce armor. Like all of his attacks pierce armor. And so does this. Shield of Retribution does true damage. This also will deal true damage. So I could also kill the enemies this way. But that would give that would deal true damage to Gerald too because of the spiked armor. So not always the best choice. So let's go up here. Now, in case you didn't know, you can ask for recruits at these and get an extra ally that you might benefit from. The problem is though, if I select one, like see, I select the Zapper and hit recruit him. This Zapper is at rank 1. He has his first 2 abilities, but he does not have his second ability. The Sorceress has her second ability, so this is a downgrade. I do not want to swap out with anybody because this is a downgrade no matter what. Even if I swap out with the Arcane Wizard, who's at level 1, I want to keep the Arcane Wizard for sure. So I'm not going to swap them out. So I did not recruit, I'm sure. But this takes me back to this menu. And you see here I can go to ask for recruits. And now I have a different set of recruits to choose from. So I can talk to the knight, choose recruit her. I don't want to swap, so I close. I'm sure. Ask for recruits. And now I have different options again. Oh, I can even recruit the Dark Knight. So if you wanted to, you can guarantee a certain type of companion by repeatedly doing this. Just to be clear, you have to select a unit, recruit them, and then just choose not to actually swap. Just close, and then when you go back to this menu, you get more options. So that's how you do it. Infinitely, I mean. Now, that could be considered cheating, so I don't necessarily condone that. But if there's a specific companion that you want, you can go for them. The Zapper is probably the best choice, because once you get him to level 2, he's one of those people that does 4 magic damage, so he can one-shot the archers. So, between these 2 paths, I'm about to go down to this path. I can either... Oh, okay, a combat scenario. Alright, there are 4 enemies. I see the goblin up there in the top right. Not so sure that I like these options, but I'm going to seal this guy so that way he can't get any closer. Then I'm going to... See, I have a couple of options here. If I summon the Verdant Defender, I can send him out here to try to distract that archer, but I might not necessarily want to do that. However, I can send him out here to go and fight this goblin, which I will do. So let's take him out. Yeah, this is probably the best direction to go in. So yeah, he survived, but he's going to attack the dog. And so he hasn't even moved forward, so he's not a threat. So with this amount of range, I can reach this guy, do a little bit of damage to him. There we go. Oh, good. I actually did the highest amount of damage possible with that attack. So once again, I have a couple of options. If I put the shield on the sorceress, then she can tank on behalf of this little squad that I've got going on here, which is actually what I'm going to do. So let me put the shield on her. Then I'm going to hit... which of these two do I want to hit? She's not going to be able to one-shot them either way because 2 to 3 damage. Yeah, I might as well hit this archer here because I can get closer to killing him. And so now this guy, he has armor, so obviously I want to poison him. So that's what I'm going to do. And then, since I get the move afterwards, I'm just going to move him over here. So now Gerald will take an attack from this guy. Oh yeah, this is perfect because I can just instantly kill this guy. Not even worry about it. So this archer hopefully will prioritize the sorceress. Nope. Okay, the archer's actually smart. Okay, so Gerald has a nice opportunity to use his dab attack. So here we go. Dab. Between these options, I guess, yeah, might as well just finish this guy off. And then shoot him, and there we go, we're done. So once again, I kind of had them in checkmate already, although I did get unlucky because the wizard got hit instead of the sorceress. I was hoping that wouldn't be the case. So I will not use up supplies by moving forward here because I've already started towards this node. If I was still at this tavern, which I can't move backwards to, then it would use up supplies to move here. But I'm just going to move freely. So I have an opportunity to use an item. These items can only be used for dice rolls, for bypassing dice rolls, I mean. So I see no reason not to use them. These items take up space in your inventory anyways, so it's best just to get rid of them. So it's pretty lucky to have this. So there we go. Now I have a way out. Between saving up my supplies and just healing this guy by leveling him up, I'm just gonna use up the supplies because who knows what might happen. I might get unlucky, but I didn't, so that's all fine. So now I have a couple of options. I can level up Gerald. I can level up the wizard. I really do want to get the wizard to level 3. Or at least to level 2, because he gets +2 damage when he moves up to level 2. But it's too tempting to just boost him up to level 3 right away. Because he only gets another +1 damage when I get him to level 3. So it's better to use this on any of the other people. So let's think about our options here. Since I have played the game before and I know what's going to happen, promoting Gerald to level 3 increases his damage up to 8, which is handy. And, just makes him tankier, which is good because he's our only source of tanking. Similarly, the ranger gets some armor and extra health and extra movement speed, which just means that you can move an extra hex per turn. So that's really helpful. The same actually applies to the arcane wizard. He gets extra movement as well. She gets an insane amount of range, and this attack finally has the ability to one-shot enemies with 4 HP. So it actually is better to level her up. That being said, I would not recommend leveling up your 4th companion since they're an unpredictable person. Like, oftentimes you won't be able to guarantee who you're going to get. After all, you might not have this tavern on the map at all for you to use. So, that being said, it's probably better to level up the ranger. So that's what I'm going to do. And there we go. 6 damage, 3 movement. So let's move up here and do this combat scenario now. By the way, if you're wondering why there's no sound here, it's because the sound actually collides with my screen recording and makes my voice not show up. So I need to have it here. Okay, so as you can see, I have 3 movement tiles now, which is really handy. Okay, so this mage is first to get a turn, then this one, then this one. So, with all of my options on what to do, I think I'm just going to... I think I'm just going to one-shot this one right away. Yeah, because these guys can't really do anything anyways. This is already a good position, but I'm just going to move him up a little bit so he's closer to being able to kill this guy. Alright, so let me move him out here. Let me put the shield on myself. And now the sorceress. See, it's a good thing that I didn't waste a level on her, because she can one-shot this guy anyways. So I can just finish him off. Alright, so move all these guys up. Yeah, they can't do anything yet, so then moving forward is just, it's going to happen no matter what. Now I have a couple of additional options. That being said, if I send out the dog, it's just gonna tank a bunch of hits from these ranged enemies and just die instantly. So it's best just to kill this guy right now and then end the turn. So he's going to take damage from Gerald. Good. So that's the end of all of the wizards. Oh, I see. So let me just move him here. I'm safe from this guy, so he's not going to be able to damage me. Now, between my options, I can either, move forward, which puts me at risk of getting hit by these guys, or I can just stay here. So I'm just going to stay here. I mean, why not, right? So let me move up, and then hit this guy to take extra damage. So these archers are going to move up here, but they can't do anything yet. Oh, and I miscalculated. Okay, he was in range after all. My bad. I thought that he had to go an extra tile around these rocks, but he did not. Definitely my bad there. That's why you should always check, actually. So let that be a valuable lesson. Always check. Can't reach him. Okay then. Well, that makes the decision on where to move easier. So this does less damage when I'm closer to the enemy. So let me move all the way back. I mean, chances are that he could still, just be one-shotted by that, but why take the risk? I see a perfect opportunity to dab, so let's dab on him. Good. Now the sorceress, I'm just going to move her. Yeah, I might as well just move her here. Yeah, this archer can't reach, thankfully. Actually, it genuinely doesn't matter because I can just one-shot him with this. Commenting on the gameplay for this is almost similar to commenting on chess, because there's a lot of strategy that you have to think of ahead of time. When we get into the later adventures, the strategy that you have to consider gets pretty detailed, pretty lengthy. You have to think far ahead to decide on what to do. So between these two options, I can either go here, where I can spend my crowns on stuff, or I can go here, and then I'll just be hoarding a bunch of money that I never spent. So this is the better choice to go to for sure. Oh, okay. So here's the option to sell my tent. So I'm going to do that so that way I have even more money. And there we go. Now I can go here. Let's see what we've got to buy. Nothing good. There's nothing worth buying here. If there was an invigorating potion, which would be a tall yellow bottle that's worth 75 crowns, then I would definitely buy 4 of those right away, because that would allow me to invigorate all of these people. Okay then, so that's the end of that. I can't level up anymore, so let's just go on ahead to the boss. I'm going to skip the boss cutscene. You can see the boss cutscene in other YouTube videos anyways. So this fight starts the same way every time. You have this archer up here in the corner, these orcs over here with an archer in between them, and then you have this little situation with the wizard and this orc and then this archer. So between these options, I'm just going to right away kill this guy. I hesitated a little bit because there's also the option to poison the orc warrior, but it doesn't matter. Like he can't reach anyways. So now between these options, I can steal this guy's armor. I mean, he doesn't have that much armor to steal from anyways. I can also lock one of these enemies in place so that they can't poison anybody. That's also an option. In fact, I will do that. So my wizard, I can move him up here to attack this guy. Okay, good. He got killed from that. And now I'm going to move Gerald up here. So there's 1, 2 hexes in the way. And there's 1, 2, 3. Well, yeah, 1, 2, 3 like that. Hexes before he can get either to Gerald or to this guy. So it's best for me to put a shield on Gerald so that way he can tank a hit from this armored guy that's about to come up. So that's what we're going to do. So I haven't even bothered to explain what the boss can do. Oh yeah, Gerald can take a little bit of damage from that as well, but it doesn't matter. And this guy will waste a turn healing him, which is fine with me, because all I've got to do is move over here. Now there are 1, 2 spots before this guy can get in range. So if I move further down here, there will now be 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3 spots to get to him. You see that? So now I am safe. I cannot get hit by this guy. He might pursue the ranger, he might pursue Gerald. No one knows. But I can attack this guy now. I'm going to move the sorceress first. As you can see, I'm avoiding all these lightning strikes. Don't want to get hit by those. So now between my options, between these options, I think it is best to hit this guy because I can guarantee his death. So if I move him up here, the only possibilities the only possibilities are that this guy will either pursue the wizard or pursue Gerald, and I don't want to take that risk. So I'm just going to use this ability and freeze them both. And now I can dab on this guy, which will not kill him. However, the AI likes to prioritize attacking your hero. So I'm pretty sure that the wizard will be safe. Yep, safe. So these guys are frozen. They can't do anything. Yeah, go ahead. Attack Gerald. It doesn't matter. He's not going to die. So now between these options, since the ranger is safe, I'm just going to use this opportunity to summon the dog, so that way I have the option to use him, the tactical option. So let me move him up here. So between these options, I think it will be best to free him from the ice. Next, move the sorceress up here. Then hit him, so that way he's going to take extra damage. And now I'm going to move the wizard up here. And I can freeze all of these guys if I want to, which is what I'm going to do. So now they all take damage from that. I'm just going to move Gerald this one space up, and I can free him from the ice. Now what this will do is allow him to, have a turn again, even though he's just been frozen. But it also means that he's going to take the magic damage from this lightning strike, which makes it worth it. I'm going to free him, and then he's going to die because this always does 3 magic damage. So here we go. Blast. Blast. Kills him. And blast. So there we go. And of course he took a little bit more damage, but it doesn't matter. He's going to be fine. Let me move up here. And now I have the option to kill this guy. I also have the option to kill this guy. And in fact, this is probably the better choice. But I'm going to kill him anyways, because I can kill these other guys with other means. Yeah, let me move this one here so that way I can be in a good position. So Sorceress moves here. Yeah, do this. Now the Wizard is going to be in a kind of a weird position, but this curse effect makes the enemy take 1 more damage from all damage sources. So if I use these missiles, I actually get 3 more damage automatically. So this is a great way to kill this guy. And now when it comes to Gerald, I can just finish him off. Chances are that he can take true damage from attacking him, so I'm just going to put the shield on and make him take the hit. The reason that you want to do this is because you can get what is effectively a free turn afterwards. So like this guy's dead now, and look at this. Now I have a free turn to move all of my units. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move him up here, and then I'm just going to stay. When I stay, this is going to deal extra damage because his bonus effect is extra 2 damage when I don't use this turn to attack right now. So now the other option that I've got is to move over here. The reason why I want to do this is because an enemy's going to spawn here. Well, oh right, he was about to despawn, so never mind. Then the other thing to do is move the Sorceress, not attack, and then move the Wizard and also not attack. And now with Gerald, move him over here. So I am hoping that the boss will spawn on this tile. This tile here is special, and you can see here, this one and this one are marked the same way. Those are the 3 spots that the boss can teleport to. So assuming that he teleports over here, I can burst him down with Gerald's dab ability, which is what I want to do. Okay, skip. And I got unlucky. He spawned over there. Doesn't matter though. So because I have this extra damage, I don't want to waste the opportunity, so I'm just going to shoot him anyways. Even though he's kind of out of position to, get one-shotted. Now between these options, none of them are really all that good. Because the Sorceress can't reliably kill anyone, and she's in position to get attacked. So I'm just going to move her back here and wait. The Wizard now, I can use him to finish off this enemy, which is good. That's what I want to do. And then with these enemies, I'm just going to move Gerald up here. So once again, he's in position to use his true damage attack, and he can tank an attack from this guy. So this will keep my other allies safe. I mean, he wouldn't have been in range to attack my other allies anyways, but I'd still rather just absorb the armor damage since it's got no net loss, and it puts him in a better position to move to the left side. Yep, because of course the boss teleports over there. So now between these options, might as well just finish this guy off too, and then move over here. That being said, summoning the Verdant Defender would also have been a good idea if I was able to do that. So I'm going to move the Sorceress right into the middle of the map, so that way she can reach everything. Now, yeah, I'm gonna hit him with this attack. The reason why I hesitated there was because I was wondering if this was worth it, but yes, it is very much worth it. The reason why is because I can use this ability again and do a bunch of damage to him. Look at that. Yeah. So now with Gerald, I hope I don't regret this. I'm going to move him out of position to use the dab, and I'm going to attack him over here where I'm safe. So now this guy's going to teleport. He doesn't necessarily have to teleport to the right. He can teleport down instead. He just can't stay in the same spot. He does have to move. It's just one of these 2 options. Okay, so now we have the Abomination. Oh, and sure enough, he teleported down here, so it wasn't worth it to stay anyways. Now, this Abomination here can be tricky to deal with. Let's say that you don't have enough damage to actually finish him off here. What you want to do instead is just like try to take this guy out as fast as possible. So I'm going to poison him. Then I'm going to move back like that. Now with the sorceress, I don't really have that many options yet again, but I do have the option to lock him in place. So now he can't move, and he's like mega poisoned. Not that it matters, because I'm just gonna finish him off here. But there we go. So now I can move Gerald back into position to do the dab. Might as well protect the sorceress. Why not? It's something for him to do. Yeah, go ahead. Use up your ability. Hurry up. I just want to hit him with the dab. Okay, you know what? Forget it. He refuses to teleport to the right. He can teleport to the right, I promise. But he just doesn't want to do it right now. So let me just summon the dog. Let's say that you don't have enough damage yet again to burst him down. You might as well add in extra sources of damage so that way you can just more quickly finish him off. So I'm going to end up killing him with this sorceress. And there we go. That's the end of the fight. Generally, you want to be patient and just kill all the enemies since the boss cannot attack you with anything other than lightning. So in a way, you're kind of safe. Like he's just there waiting for you to kill all the other enemies. So that's what you want to do to avoid, losing. But later on, when you feel more competent and more confident, you can just immediately kill him right away with huge amounts of damage. Especially when you start to unlock other abilities that can deal a high amount of damage. They're not going to let me click on anything with these units yet because there's so many achievements to get through. But the Arcane Wizard, his level 3 ability is a Death Ray, which is really handy because it does a huge amount of damage and it can help you finish off the boss straight away. And he's not even at level 2 yet, so whatever. So that's the end of that. I hope you got something out of it. When we move on to this level, there's going to be a lot more to say and a lot more thinking to do. So this one will probably be a better walkthrough than the one that I just did in this video. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be using the same companions, Gerald, the Ranger, and the Arcane Wizard. So that way you can use the same people no matter what you've unlocked. And I will also be using just these beginning abilities. Even though I've unlocked this one now, I'm just going to be sticking with this stuff. Besides, this ability isn't going to be that helpful anyways. Well, it can be, but it's not going to be that helpful for troll enemies because they have regen. This one will be very helpful, but I'm not going to be able to unlock it in time. Same thing with this. I still prefer to get the Verdant Defender since it can distract enemies and has a good amount of range. And then same thing here. This is really helpful for stopping enemies from being a threat, which is going to be very important in the next mission. But that'll be in the next episode. So once again, stay tuned for that, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Have a good day.